Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our first in a series Margita and I like to call Message of Hope. Our intention is to bring you these messages every week, probably midweek, in fact, in order for us all to stay as connected as possible during these trying times. The rabbi of the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Jeffrey Myers, he said it best last week in a TV interview. Do you remember him? Do you remember the gun attack on his synagogue? Well, this is what he said. The government continues to remind us to practice social distancing. I suggest, however, that we practice physical distancing instead. We should keep 6 feet between us as best we can, but remain as socially connected as possible. What a great idea. So that's what we're going to do. Over the next weeks and possibly months, we're going to try to remain socially connected while we're forced to remain physically distant. So please visit the church website often. Look for our pre-recorded worship services every Sunday morning. Please also come back midweek, maybe Wednesday or Thursday, to check out the latest Message of Hope, such as the one you're viewing now. I've got a story to tell. Last Thursday, I stopped at the Metro and at No Frills going home. At Metro, many shelves were stripped bare. Why, I couldn't even find milk and flour, never mind toilet paper. There simply was none. When I got to the cash, I was asked to hold back 6 feet until the man in front of me had finished packing his groceries and had cleared the area. The general area was then sprayed with disinfectant and quickly wiped down. Cashiers were no longer packing the groceries for fear, I suppose, of touching people's cloth grocery bags. At No Frills, we were asked to line up outside by a man trying hard to wipe down and disinfect the yellow carts. Only 5 people were being let in at a time. The shelves were better stocked, mind you. I did find some milk and flour, even though the flour was some obscure brand I had never heard before. But I grabbed it anyway. This is not the time to be choosy. But the whole experience, I have to tell you, seemed apocalyptic somehow, like out of a science fiction movie. I started to feel fear filling my heart. I was starting to worry about the future, about where this pandemic was going to leave us. I started thinking, how will Susan and I and all of you cope throughout this ordeal? And the worry was making me feel tired, worn out, exhausted again. Leo Buscaglia, he wrote this: "Worry never robs tomorrow of its sorrow. It only saps today of its joy." That's why I'm tired, I suppose. I'm tired because this is a terrifying time. People are getting sick. People are dying. And we have no idea where we're at in the ordeal. Are we at the start? In the middle? Or, least likely to be true, nearing the end? And people are starting to panic. They're hoarding. They're thinking of themselves with little or no regard for their neighbor. 10 packs of toilet paper, 6 bags of milk. How many bags of flour? Who knows? Where's the love of neighbor? I saw a picture on Facebook just yesterday of an elderly woman standing in a grocery aisle beside her walker, with her grocery basket perched on the seat. Frail as could be, there she was, staring at empty shelves, wondering, I'm sure, what she was going to do. Why weren't people thinking of her as they stuffed all that toilet paper into their carts? Hope feels lost at times, doesn't it? Fear and worry, left unchecked, can steal whatever joy we may have. I've always been one who tries to push fear and worry aside and put on a happy face. I tend to be a glass half full type of person. Voltaire, he once wrote, "Life is a shipwreck, but we mustn't forget to sing in the lifeboats." Generally, I try to think that way, but some days I'm just too tired. And I think a lot of people feel the same way. Their energy, too, is sapped. They, too, feel as they're living under nothing but gray skies. You have to break out of this, I tell myself. I must. I must persevere. I must find my faith and move forward. I must not let fear and worry and anxiety defeat my joy. I must find joy in the time I'm spending with Susan at home, and with you through such things as a computer and a telephone. I know all too well that faith is a vaccine against despair. Faith that no matter how gray the skies, the sun still shines. Faith that no matter how horrible the situation looks, it's not permanent. None of it is. God is with us. And believe it or not, we are still with each other. We are not alone. I know too that hope is a cure for debilitating fear and anxiety. Hope that people will do what they need to do to help us all get through this. Hope that love of neighbor will win out the day. Hope that a loving spirit will fill us all. A loving spirit of generosity and of empathy and kindness. Faith and hope to ward off the very real burden of being scared. A loving spirit that can make us feel connected despite how it seems. Well, folks, that's it for this week, for my first message. I encourage you, be well, keep faith as you keep distance. Keep your hope alive as you keep up connection with us all. We'll get through this, but we'll do it best together and with God in our corner. Now, if you'd like to speak to me, please don't hesitate. Call me at 226-345-1013. Or you can email me at fwstaples@gmail.com. If you'd like to talk to Irma, please give her a shout. She's in the front office. She'll be in a couple hours probably each morning. If you'd like to call Margita, she says, feel free. Call her at home. Call any of us. Call all of us. If you'd like to just chat or perhaps pray, just don't hesitate. So until next week, here's Rev Frank signing off, wishing you all Godspeed and peace be with you.